Good Thursday morning, everyone. I'm Sophie Flay.
And I'm Hannah Batal. We begin with growing concern about power outages and stranded drivers as parts of the country work to recover from last weekend's powerful winter storm.
At least 65 people have died, and now the East Coast is bracing for another storm. But first, the concerns in the South, where hundreds of thousands of customers are still without power. Tennessee and Mississippi seeing the worst of it.
This morning, relentless winter weather wreaking havoc across the country. A heavy load of snow and ice causing the roof at this rodeo arena in Arkansas to come crashing down. In Austin, Texas, roads turning into ice rinks. This car spinning out of control, sliding down a hill. Parts of 2 interstate highways in Mississippi forced to shut down as crews try to clear ice and stalled semi-trucks from the roads.
We anticipate that these roads are likely to freeze over again.
Some drivers have been stuck in the pileup for hours, even days.
No movement. Truck almost ran out of fuel. I had to cut it off.
Utility companies are rushing to restore power to nearly 300,000 customers in the South. This lineman in Mississippi dangling from a helicopter, working to restore high-voltage transmission lines. In hard-hit Nashville, officials say some outages will last throughout the weekend.
The FBI is now at the center of President Trump's anger over losing the 2020 election. Agents yesterday seized voting records from Fulton County, Georgia, after President Trump ordered the Justice Department to investigate his false claim that the election was stolen. The warrant shows agents were looking for ballots and voter rolls and tapes from voter machines. Local election officials say they're now worried about preserving those records.
We don't know where they're being taken. We don't know what's going to happen to them. So we can no longer, and I can no longer, as chair of this board, satisfy not only the citizens of Atlanta, but the citizens of the world that those ballots are still secure.
Democrats say they are outraged after the director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, was seen outside that election office during.
2 federal officers involved in the shooting of Alex Pretti in Minneapolis have been placed on leave. Attorney General Pam Bondi visiting the city alongside Boarders czar Tom Homan, who's now leading the immigration crackdown in Minnesota. And overnight, word of a possible deal to avoid a government shutdown over all this. ABC.
Overnight, the New York Times reporting President Trump and Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer are close to reaching a deal to negotiate possible new restrictions on immigration agents. It comes after Democrats threatened to partially shut down the government by blocking funds for Homeland Security amid outrage over the fatal shootings of Alex Pretti and Renee Good by federal agents. Democrats are demanding new rules on warrants and personal identification, and they want to ban agents from wearing face masks.
No more anonymous agents, no more secret operatives.
Meanwhile, new video appears to show Alex Pretti 11 days before he was shot kicking a federal vehicle. Agents are seen tackling him to the ground, and he walks away, a gun visible on his waistband. President Trump reposting the video on social media last night, but not commenting on it. Unrest over the immigration crackdown not limited to Minnesota. In Texas, protesters clashing with officers outside a detention facility where 5-year-old Liam Ramos and his father are being held. This photo of Liam before he was taken into custody drew widespread outrage. ICE saying the boy's father abandoned him. Democratic Texas Congressman Joaquin Castro visited Liam and his father yesterday.
His father said that Liam has been very depressed since he's been at Dilley, that he hasn't been eating well. He's been asking about his family, his mom, and his classmates, and saying that he wants to go be back in school.
A judge is now blocking their deportation as their legal battle plays out. The chief federal judge in Minnesota now claims immigration agents and officials have violated nearly 100 court orders so far.
And as for that potential deal between President Trump and Senator Schumer, the Times reports the deal would separate Homeland Security funding so that Democrats can approve funding to keep other federal agencies running. And Boarders czar Tom Homan has scheduled a news conference in Minneapolis this morning to potentially discuss any changes in immigration tactics.